Hi everyone, and welcome back. Welcome to part 3, I should say, of this engine build. I had to cut it in three different pieces because it just, especially the number 2, pulling apart the engine, it was really long, and I wanted to cut it up into 2 videos and get that in 2 small different pieces, so I can show you guys and not completely bore everybody. This is the final teardown. Final teardown to where we can start to get stuff going, and it's the exciting part because now this is where we're going to be finally done with all the work, so to speak, and then we can get to starting the fun stuff. And I'm finally starting to get excited about this again. So let's get to it, and we'll show you part 3, final teardown. So stock head studs on these are 6-point Torx, and they are a T55, which is pretty beefy. So I can get, let me get a socket out of here. I can get in these here in the centers, the 6 here, but in these corners where they're cut real tight, I can't get in there. So I'm thinking, actually, let me try this. No, even taking that bearing out. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to grind. Okay, so it's only these 2 corners that I need to grind down. I'm gonna try to grind down these corners here, see if I can make it. Alright, right before we're gonna get these head studs out, I want to pop this thermostat housing off. So, 3 bolts. Alright, so we ground down our piece here. That was a T55, ground down pretty good, but you know what? It now fits. So we're going to start loosening all these head studs. Pull this apart. Looky there, got our heads off. Some pistons. Everything looks good. Alright, now we're going to turn it over. We're going to turn it over and take the girdle off. And we are going to take the rods and pistons out and get the crank out. Let me turn this over. It's got dump cool everywhere. Alright, we're gonna get over here to the girdle. Take this girdle off. Actually, we have a problem. I'm not gonna be able to get this girdle off. Well, I'm gonna take the pistons out first. That way I can punch pistons through there. And in order to get this girdle off, I have to take it off the engine stand because it's bolted in here. Alright, we got your pistons up here. Probably are. Take off the caps, and a rod bearing came with it. I mean, for a 30K mile engine, that looks really nice. Definitely really nice.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
Journals. I mean, obviously we shouldn't have anything wrong with this engine, but being that the oil pan was kind of crushed, I wasn't really sure if, after seeing that, I wasn't sure if maybe there was going to be some starvation of the oil bearings, you know, some of the rod bearings of the main bearing. Well, I haven't got to the main bearings yet, but as far as what I've seen, everything looks okay. And everybody concerned with the way that I'm pushing out this piston, it's on the rod bearing, the old ones, so if they were to ever get used again, it's okay. I would never put it on a shaft or on a bearing, or I should say a journal or whatever. Anything that was to be scratched or messed with, if we're ever going to use it, I'm never going to put these in my motor ever again. So it really makes no difference to me, but I may sell this stuff. So, and they are coming out pretty easy anyways. But it is making quite a mess. Alright. All the pistons are out. Bearings fell out. Alright. Now, we can take this off the engine stand, set it down. Alright, now we got the engine on the table. Time to take off this girdle so we can get to our crank caps. Get to our crank caps, and then we can take our crank out, and then, yeah, it'll be done. There we go. Alright. We got our girdle. It gets glued on. Here. We'll clean that up later on. Now we're to our crank. There's definitely not much to this block after it's all ripped down. So we're gonna get these crank caps off, get the crank out, and then we'll be done. And you have now seen me pull apart a whole engine.
Yay. See, I can do it myself now.
Heck, no. These are also labeled, and again, I would still pay attention to where they're going. And yes, I did loosen these a little before. They are not just that tight. All these bolts are going to be replaced anyways. So I want to take a look at bearings. I mean, obviously this crank is going to be machined, but I would say it looks freaking perfect. Like, I was a little nervous. There's a little line right here. Oh, I guess that you can't even feel it, but it looks really, really good. I'm actually very, very happy that I didn't have any engine damage from that oil pan. So we're gonna pull this apart. Pull the crank out. Thrust bearings coming out. Let's see here. Let's check these thrust bearings. Everything on this engine looks awesome. Perfect. Perfect. So, virtually no wear. Meaning some people probably think I'm dumb for pulling apart 30,000 mile engine, but you know, I wanted to, so screw it. Alright, you want to get the last
farewell
view of the stock block. So, the reason why we're wrapping it up is we're sending it out. Instead of just dropping it off to the machine shop, I'm going to send it out to Mazworks. Mazworks is going to do a fully sleek block for me so we can push the limits and we don't have to worry about any problems down the road. And I don't know, who knows? We may even go way bigger later on and just see how much she'll run. So that is the plan. I'm going to do a parts video later on and I'll show you all the stuff that I have in the engine. This is going to take a few weeks. If I get this sent away right away, I can have this sent off. Comes back in a few weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, I believe, and hopefully get the rest of the stuff done, and we'll get on this engine build and get it back on the streets.